Hello everyone, I welcome you all for Module 4 Water Governance and Water Policy. We'll have a quick look on the syllabus, National Framework of Water, Substance of National Water Laws, Other Key Issues, Changing Incentives through a Regulation, National Water Policy, National Level Commissions, Irrigation Management Transfer Policies and Activities, legal registration of water user associations, legal changes in water allocation, role of local institutions, community based organizations, water policy reforms in India. Water governance. Water governance refer to the political, social, economic, and administrative systems that influence water use and management. Governance water includes the formulation of water laws, establishment and implementation of water policies, legislation and institutions, clarification of the roles and responsibilities of government, the involvement of private sectors and civil society. Legal framework of water in India. The existing legal framework, the existing legal, institutional, and decision making framework for water law in India, both at national and state level, is embodied in the 9 major acts at the national and state level. But 6 acts are more important. The national legislation as applicable to water are the 6 acts or laws. Water Act, the Prevention and Control of Pollution of Water, it is enacted in the year 1974. Air Act, Air Prevention and Control of Pollution, 1977. Environmental Protection Act, 1986. Forest Conservation Act, 1980, amended in 1988. Public Liability Insurance Act, 1991. Environment Assessment Development of Projects, 1994. These are all the national legislation applicable for the water. The Ministry of Environment and the Forest is the nodal agency in the administrative structure of the central government for planning, promotion, and coordination, and overseeing the implementation of environment legislation and programs and regulatory functions like environment clearance. Existing legal framework water. We'll see groundwater law. Groundwater governance comprises the promotion of responsible collective action to ensure control, protection, and socially sustainable utilization of groundwater resources for the benefit of mankind and development ecosystem. Sorry, dependent ecosystem. Groundwater law is inappropriate because of the following reasons. Traditionally, groundwater has been treated as a land property where the access is to private landowner alone. Such a property do not relate to hydrological, ecological, equity concerns at all. Hence, access to groundwater is highly inequitable. which depend upon land ownership and economic capacity to draw the water. Need of legal framework for existing groundwater rights. Why there should be reforming of groundwater law? The existing groundwater rights are under totally landowners regime. There is no limit to the volume of groundwater a landwater may draw. In such a legal framework, only landowners can own groundwater in India. All landless tribes who may have community rights over land but not private ownership. It also implies that rich landlords can be water lords and in openly selling as much water as they wish. Recommendations to ensure proper and equitable distribution of water. It is recommended that water rights should be separated from land rights. Areas where legal sanction is needed, where there is over exploitation of groundwater, where there is dispute between two parties regarding the exploitation of water, where there is environmental degradation due to over exploitation, where there is groundwater pollution. We'll talk about tank water bodies. In many parts of India, irrigation has traditionally been tank based. What is tank? The natural stagnant water bodies or man made water bodies from that the water can be drawn for irrigation purpose. These bodies, water bodies, are known as tanks. In major irrigation system, irrigation canals cover only 36% of agricultural land. Remaining 64% is rain-fed, groundwater irrigated, and natural or artificial tank irrigated croplands. Despite of this crucial dependence on tanks and wells, India has witnessed the negligence and destruction of thousands of tanks and gross misuse of groundwater. There is a need to reform the appropriate legal structure that will support local control and provide incentives for sustainable and equitable use of water tanks. Recommendations. It is proposed to make detailed study of the customary and statutory laws of the concerning use of tank and wetland water in rural areas. These laws provided various strategies through which common resources could be utilized for common good. The aim of the study would be to devise appropriate legal structures for the preservation of tanks, its management, and for the use of its resources. The neglect of tank and groundwater law is directly related to the emphasis on construction of dams, since these have been conceived as the main scientific alternative for irrigation and food production. The appropriate legal framework for dams will turn the attention to the development of tank and groundwater laws. With this, we end the lecture 1 of Module 4. Thank you.